really panned out for him. 30 seconds left, or under now. Mixwell's taking good damage by Bone Cold, who's just trying to crack open an opportunity to charge the way through the site. Hoodie's come in with a flank around the backside from the TP, luckily able to spin on Zeke. Hoodie does get traded out by kyedae and Bone Cold as well, finally getting that kill he's been looking for so long.
Must know that Mixwell's down to low health to just want to go in and spray.
Yeah.
Even the smoke.
He's trying to come back in. Smokes up. CNED's come through. Tap on the defuse to make a little bit of panic go in the way of Acend, but right now is G2 getting cleaned up and Acend with the pistol win.
I wonder how much the Viper can do on this defense. Let's crunch up.
Oh yeah, Meadow not looking the right way. Zeke able to clear him out. Now this position very strong for Zeke. His teammates can hold off the offensive from Hookah. And CNED closes with 3 kills and Acend have 2 in a row. 2 players only stay up though for Acend. What? Floating satchel. He got stuck in the Trailblazer. And right through the toxic screen is Nukia with the first kill of play. He'll throw the... Not again, Starkzone. Not again. Back to back. It's taken out of the round by Pain Shells. Well, Zeke doesn't really have a whole lot going for him. Luckily, he's able to satchel back. And now kyedae swings to the back of the site, but Meadow at the ready for him. Interesting talking points from Yinsu on the fact that Meadow, believing he has played the most Cypher out of anybody. Can definitely see that being the case, Ryan. Meadow has just always been one of those Cypher mains, but...
Even better that he catches CNED. No heals, no operator available in the round. Nuki, despite being low health, trying to go for more.
Yeah, they're trying to pull the attention away here to set up Meadow for these close fights. And Mixwell's going to cover him off. 2 picked up. Starkzone and kyedae out of play. Zeke now into the clutch alone because Bone Cold's now down. And Zeke has to do everything in the 1v4. Operator's there. Pain Shell's out to the left side. But what can Zeke really get away with in this round? Smoke's going to be up for the time being, but it goes away. You're now trying to get the spike down. It's a bit of a problem. And tries to force the fight at Heaven, but caught between a sandwich and Hoodie will bring him down. So 2-2 tied up, and yeah, looking at this G2 early, well, they're showing some positive signs, Ryan. Good start for Mixwell. Opening pick and the operator. Hoodie's going to send out a couple of these guiding lights. Now the Seekers follow up alongside of it, and Hoodie looks to swing the showstopper. Good for Zeke. CNED gets 1 kill. Not only that, but he gets the res back on the Bone Cold. And now we're at a 3v3 again. Missed shot, missed opportunity from Mixwell. Going to be towards the back of the side to side. Oh, retreating into spawn is probably the play there. And of Nukia coming in from Hookah. They're not looking the right way. The element of surprise. It's easily a kill, but CNED, he got a collateral elsewhere. And now it's just Nukia thrust into the clutch. And Starkzone swings with a headshot. 3-3, we're tied up. Over the top they go. Trailblazer being sent in. Zeke was confused for a moment. And Mixwell towards the back of the side. Looked like he had the collateral. Just one for him, though. Quarter 4 is only good for 1, and now trying to set up some trademarks just to try and slow them as they finally run him down. 3v3 now extended upon for Zeke as they take the advantage. Nukia pulls it back once again to the equilibrium. Oh, the plant, it looked to come through, and it does. Just the last second of over close to denying. HP player, the judge for the information gathering, and Zeke is so low, he sends the paint shells in. He's not in the position to deal with the plant, and now the defuse is being stuck. Nukia's on it, over half. He comes off it, though, and that gives Zeke the chances. The time's ticking. Zeke goes into it, and Zeke will clutch it. An ace for Zeke, all 5 picked up, and that's Acend up to 4. And now we're looking at this B-long contact explosion out toward the fight. It's Hoodie with 1, Hoodie with 2, and finally down with the pain shells. Zeke continues his bloodlust as he moves forward. There's no end to his bloodshed. The Mixwell stuck in the site. The teleport has come through, and that spike is making its way towards this A site. Meadow now crosses into the open. It's just over a minute left in play. And stays alive to fight, at least for a few more seconds. Nukia around the backside. Another flank from Hookah that has reaped the reward and thrusts kyedae into the 1v2. The showstopper stops the 1v3 from even being a possibility. It's on a dodge again, Meadow. He's playing this close position. He's often been here, but this time he massacres 2 kyedae and Starkzone, the victims of it. And these pistols, well, the Sting is now out of their play. They're slowed down. Walking any closer surely means death, and that's exactly what will happen. G2 with the flawless as they now take the lead on Bind.
Up against it. Now kyedae's managing to make this lurk work. He's not just going to be sat idly by, but is he going to expect the peek from Meadow? No, that impact has been so good from Meadow, holding his A short position. He's able to do it yet again, and then the Viper's pit too.
Yeah, well, wall is up. That creates a corridor of safety for Acend to try and move forward, but isn't really safe when Mixwell's around. He's found a headshot. Now Meadows turn to walk into them. It's a kill onto CNED. And now just one left. It's Bone Cold. And when I mean one left, well, he has healed up. I was about to say his HP matched that, but back up in health and back to killing as he finds 3.
Smoke.
No tap yet. Smoke is up. He's going to play with it. Cosmic to fight in, but he's on the right side. And unfortunately for him, Hoodie's too quick. And the headshot will land. It should be G2 taking 7, but you would like Acend to pose a bit more of a threat when they invest this much into the Sheriffs to get a good bit out. 1 kill from Bone Cold, but immediately answered by Avova.
Operators here in this position too.
He times the smokes well, he might be able to change up his position, or he wants to phase it. And actually, with those paint shells, so it's at the 3rd time he's died in Nukia's paint shells in this game so far. 3 kills picked up for Nukia. And there's just 1 left. It's Bone Cold. 10 seconds left. Finally a headshot. Good onto Mixwell, but Nukia closes with 4. He's just having a field day against these pistols right now. The first time they've had a rifle back in a while, and they've been caught with a player down. And Zeke, oh, he jumps up into the fight while he's slowed, while he's stunned, and that will cost him his life. CNED now left in the clutch. 1v4, and if there is a man to pull off a miracle round for Acend, it would be this guy. We'll see if he can do it. He's found another, rises up his teammate, and Mixwell, he's slowed back. CNED swings!
Oh my
God, that is a miracle for CNED! And suddenly it's just Meadow left in the 1v2. But at Bone Cold, he's only a warning system for CNED. The real threat still in the sight, and that is CNED left. 1v1, Meadow climbs up on top. Snakebite to try and limit these positions. But do you really want to force the fight? Meadow will stop it. He will prevent CNED's inevitability. Well, he's going to molly and buy some time. And, Hootie, nice headshot. That's going to be Stark so down and out. Bone Cold's turn from the lamps. His teammates step up, and alongside Bone Cold, it's Zeke who gets the double. And it's just Hoodie left, and he is out of play. Defuse picked up and Acend. They find a pistol. First step of a long road back into this, but they do it in style.
You say style, it was mostly right-click classics.
No. The Sheriff style, it was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, that aspect of it. But Bone Cold. And look at the 2 raises in showers. Zeke gets that kill, and Nuki's right next to him on the other side of the wall. Yeah, I mean, Nukia obviously finding so much success in this game, but he continues that. Luckily, Acend starting to clean up, and it does thrust Nukia into the clutch alone. And if there is a player to pull it off, it feels like Nukia is in the form to do it. He is low on health, Spectre in hand. Spike down in between 2 players. Position now being given away. 15 seconds, not a lot of time to do this either. Nukia starts to walk into CNED, who will turn, who will hit the headshot, and 6 rounds for Acend. It's not the cleanest, it certainly isn't, but... Going to upgrade for kyedae as well from defended spawn, right in this spot. The paint shell is going to connect, and certainly with that snakebite that's there, vulnerable players, Meadow takes a lot of damage, but it's not enough.
So passive here from G2. Now they start to play forward. It's Hoodie with 1 more. Starks has found 3 in this round, but the time is starting to tick, and he has to find them all. He knows he has to try and dig deep and figure out where they're playing from, how to force them out. He knows where they are, but he can't force them to fight. And the time is too far gone. Stark still has to concede. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's one that he must. And it's 9 rounds for G2 now as they continue to find round wins. It's their first in the second half.
I know that it's, again, B-split, aggressive utility focus. Zeke on that angle, can't win it out. Getting traded, G2 finding that advantage early on, but traded out.
Oh, Nukia. Oh, he's actually somehow dodged the barrel as well. Nukia comes away with 1, set us up Avova. Now Nukia sends his showstopper in towards defender's spawn. CNED has to put an end to the misery. They have to try and plug the hole. G2 in the sight. It's got over half already. Meadow has to peek. He eventually will. That's CNED down, and he can't sprite for 2. Is this finally time where kyedae is able to wake up? But oh no, the timing on the tap. Avova will best him. And Acend, that is going to sting. 10 rounds now for G2.
Towards B.
Yeah, well, he's going to get flashed. Bone Cold won't get a chance to use that now. Starks up. Good for 1, but has to drop back. He knows he's at least bought himself a few seconds with that guiding light on the drop back. But what can Acend really hope to get here? They're down a player. They don't have the weapons. They've just got to hope for an absolute miracle. Starks gets caught towards elbow. kyedae and CNED left in the 2v4. And that's not really what's going to be working out here for Acend at this moment.
You never know. Like, it's just Acend magic, especially when it comes to Sheriff play. But it's the over-reliance on it. They're finding an opening.
Well, Ryan, I smell a bit of magic right now. CNET and killers have found a couple of over, able to clean up alongside Meadow, and yeah, you know, there's the opportunities there, but wall up at Hookah maintains control for the time being, trying to pull CNET into the swing. You see that idea there from Meadow hasn't quite worked out in practice, and Zeke has found another Nukia. Is he the playmaker that gets G2 into this round again? Oh wow, God. Just aerial movements. This guy's a gymnast. Nukia with lethal gymnastics is taking down another. It's 2 kills in this round, and G2 are back into the 3v3. Spike is charging its way back over to this A site in the 33 seconds left. Nukia's found another. He'll send up in towards heaven those paint shells and reloads and still gets the kill. Nukia just so cool under pressure. Nukia now extends from the showers and confirms his ace. He finds all 5 and does it in disgusting style. 12-6. G2 looked rough at the start of that round, but here they go again. It's CNED with the first. Orbital Strike finally coming in, trying to split up and sever this G2 side, but Meadow continues to charge forward with it. It's one as Zeke and Starkzo. They're the cleanup crew now for Acend. It's just a Vova left. A good response here from Acend back after what was an incredible round from Nukia. To reply like that, to keep themselves in it. Oh, Hoodie. He's about to clear out this close position. Zeke at the ready, but Hoodie's quicker. And G2 now have a huge advantage, and this has got to feel rough. You know that Nukia is just diving his way around the sites. You can't do anything about it. He is inevitable. 30 kills now picked up, and now we look to CNET and killers. A 2 versus 5 as G2 look to take down Bind.
I know.
Many of us thought this was impossible. Incredibly unlikely with a conservative few, but here we go. CNET and killers trying to keep themselves alive, and it's CNET with the double. Nukia and Hoodie both down, but still 3 more G2 players stand. Viper's Pit is being sent out by killers. Rez to cover it off, but it's down. And CNET can use that as info, but Meadow, he's sweeping them up, and Mixwell will close 13-7. Dominance and shock from G2 as they take map 1 of Bind.
The first time that
Fight's going to be coming down in towards A. Oh, it's CNET caught in the open. Good for 1. Inside of the gravity wall, it will end up in 2 kills, favoring Acend. Mixwell able to get 1, so it's still the 4v3 impasse. G2 down a player. Oh, Mixwell dashes across, pulls him into the fight, and Bone Cold will certainly serve him up on a silver platter, but Meadow in with a double kill. Nukia follows up, and now we just look to Keyless, the last remaining player for Acend. This round looks so good for Acend up until it didn't. We just see suddenly Meadow strike into action, and Keyless is starting to come in from heaven, trying to drop down. He's going to find 2 in this spot, but Meadow with a 3K confirms the pistol for G2. Oh, but he's in a real rough spot, stuck in this corner. They're going to send everything at him. The fragment coming through. Meadow luckily able to get away with 1, but Bone Cold and CNET have traded out 2 for 2. So we're at a 3v3 right now. Spike hasn't yet crossed to the A site. Swall not looking the right way. Gonna be a free kill. Keyless comes around the backside, and now that should signal the rest of the forces for Acend to dive down into the site, and just like that, in tandem, they find the kills. And right to the defuse, Bone Cold will run. Well, CNET is going to be playing out towards middle. It's 1, 2 for CNET, and he's just so damn clean. CNET cleaning him up in mid.
But he's still in a good position, and the rest of the team is, again, trying to wrap around. The mind games that are on play here are pretty good, but Meadow's aim is just a bit better. Yeah,
it certainly is. Does get tied by that shock dart and finished off by Stark, so it's now Mixwell left alone with the Sheriff in hand. He walks right back. Now we're not just looking at what he can get out of this. Now we're looking at a potential round win for Mixwell. Flash goes around, they line up, but just 3. Mixwell does so much in that round. Zeke luckily able to... Oh, Nukia doesn't have much more at all. He's just taken out. Runs down into the barrel of Starkzo, and now Mixwell over the top, dies on down, goes all in with the Blade Storm. That hasn't worked. In fact, Keyless doubles up, and now running down Meadow. Meadow pulls it back, and now suddenly a chance for Meadow. 3 players still up. The Meadow has to worry about where each and every one of them are. CNET's position peeks into the open. Kill for Meadow. Drone's going in. He's gone to pick up the spike in this meantime. And now he's caught in a real tough spot. He knows exactly where he is. He's being spammed down from all sides as Meadow. You can't get a more difficult situation than that. Spotted out by the drone, and Meadow will go down.
Very much a case of the old versus the new, especially if G2 can make this series work. Right now, it's Zeke just going on fire. Keela is using this B main position. very adaptive, very reactive on it for the most part, and can't really be flawless from the looks of it for Acend. They always have to lose at least one, but it's better one than the majority of their squad. They keep the operator, they keep the Odin, which, because the Sova went down as well, Bone Cold, it means that it can go out for free. There's not much response there.
Yeah.
There is a null command from Zeke. They're going to use this for the retakes so far. You know that the Killjoy's on site. Hunter's Fury going to be used on this side as well. They even get to kill onto Starkso.
Yeah, Starkso goes down. That's massive impact out of the Hunter's Fury. Mixwell able to come in as well. Down goes Zeke. Down goes everyone. Avova closes it with the 3K. And G2 with 2 on the board. They're going to be in the site, no problem.
They know he's here. He just plays in his position. He's known for it. So the aggression comes in nicely from Mixwell. It's still a 3 versus 3.
Wow.
They just know that Starkso's going to peek in that spot. Just these 2 players from Rafters having to make it work.
He'll get up around the backside before they even see him, and now they're around the back. The defuse being stuck. He's holding over half. Bone Cold now looks towards heaven. It's 1, but their second player there. He turns back, and Bone Cold. It's a valiant attempt, but it is not going to amount to much. 4-4 as G2 tied up.
That turret should be enough to give away. CNED's on an angle. Recon that. That kind of gives away his position. He's trying to get out of that.
Oh, well, it's close quarters. Nukia cooked to the headshot. Meadow on the follow-up. Meadow with another one. And maybe this is the pop-off round. Meadow's come close time and time again, but he looks to pull them out of a hole.
Recon.
He puts the spike down. Recon is online for Bone Cold to try and figure out where Meadow's gone, but he has to know. He can't have gone far. He knows where the spike is, and he's now tracking Meadow down below. Spots him. He sees him. He's going to send that Recon in, and he drops down. Meadow in the right side. He's so low. The shock dart might just can't end this all.
Oh, no.
He just about dodges it. Meadow has the angle, but Bone Cold has the kill. And Acend, they do pick up the round. It comes down to the leader. It comes down to Bone Cold in the rotation back. Meadow nearly snaps their spine. They've got to make do with what they can. And now comes the shock dart forward. There goes the null command. Zeke goes down Mixwell. But G2 still committing to this, and they have to clear out the close position of Nukia, and they're not ready for him. kyedae goes down, and now Zeke in the back of the site. Zeke has to try and find the timing. Good swing out. Could have got away with more, but now Bone Cold's turn, and he was the hero last round. Will he be the hero this time around? Nukia's head no longer attached to it. Severed off as Hoodie continues his bloodshed. Onto Meadow and Hoodie to stop Starkso from retaking the site. Problem is now for Starkso, he's given away his position by taking away that alarm bot, and now looks towards back of the boathouse, waiting for the swing out. Hoodie will do that in 4 kills. Massive round from Hoodie, pops the null command and ends up taking... Well, here comes G2. It's just a lot of simple team hits right out of spawn. They feel like these quick spawn plays when you don't have utility available on Acend. Oh, it's going to work. Hoodie, Mixwell, just a massacre really from them. And now we look to CNED and Starkso, and when you look at what they've got available, you don't really feel too hot about their chances. You good at Maz, Ryan?
I did it at A level.
That's the question, Ryan.
How
did you do it?
I did okay.
That's
I passed.
good. That's good. You passed. That's great. Better than Maz and me then. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't do it at A level, but...
Almost.
Well, get it off. He is down. We're going to just remove him. They will. Mixwell and Nukia with the first couple of kills, and there's the Cosmic Divide up. Starks is on the other side of it. Gets caught by that 0 point. Now looks up, but still Mixwell so damn quick. That should be illegal. He's got a speeding ticket after that one. 7-5. G2 the 2-round advantage as they enter the second half.
Like close on the speedway with a classic, the right click can do a lot of damage, but it depends on if this split's going to come in from stairs. Misses the shots, but Zeke was there anyway to trade. He's playing a bit more aggro. The 5 versus 3 plant on this B site.
That turn back is incredible. Yeah,
They're still looking for the Bone Cold leg too.
Yeah, Bone Cold is coming eventually. Will Avova look this way? Bone Cold, the timing. Oh, he does get spotted. Can't really get much out of it now. He's just held back, but they still have to worry about that. CNED with a headshot. It's looking very good here for Acend. 5 players up. Avova finally brings down that clean sheet, but Zeke cleans up with a frenzy. A pistol that was much needed for Acend found at the start of the second half.
5 pence Freddos.
Dude, Freddo, that's the markup of inflation right there. That's how you gauge how the economy's doing. Freddo's about to be £1. Oh. Right now though, G2 a good start against what will be a bonus here. Hoodie, good kill. Doesn't really care about that recon bulk. He's got his teammate alongside of him, and they've cleaned it up. Acend, they had rifles in this round, and really didn't get a whole lot done with them at all. Now it's on Starkso to try and prevent the flawless. And he won't be able to do that. So Mixwell with the headshot. It's 7. Flawless to begin their first round with guns. All the pressure on his shoulders to try and hold down this B side. CNED running him down. His teammates coming through. Evova's good for 1, but CNED with 4. Bone Cold will help him close. Yeah, it's a swing point in the game right now. This is what I like to call a swing round. Whoever wins this will snatch control of momentum for the next 2. Evova holds the close quarter. They haven't seen him. The drone hasn't checked him. And Evova has come away with 1. A little lucky there, actually. Here it's CNED to not go down, and CNED's got a double kill. Starkso helps him out, and just like that, Acend back into the driver's seat. That's going to be information now for Nukia to swing alongside him. Hoodie's going to cover off his blind side, but Starkso still comes out with a pick. With that opportunity now gone, is the operator into his hands and save call, but CNED's after him. He's on the hunt, and CNED unleashes another headshot. No mercy when you're in CNED's turf. Acend with a quick play starting off. It is Zeke who's popped that null command just to suppress everybody in the site, but right now the Reds coming back up. They're going to get back into battle as well. And Zeke up to his feet. G2 again, not really expected to get too much out of this round. Hoodie and Mixwell. I mean, I say that, but Mixwell has invested in his ultimate, so he does want to get something out of it. Drone's going to spot him. He actually goes into it and just ends up getting caught in no man's land. Starkso will finish off Hoodie, and now we're at 10 rounds for Acend. They take double figures first.
Hoodie needs to be careful. That step's going to get hurt.
Oh, good kill from Hoodie. He turns and finds Bone Cold inside of the Nebula, and now leaping to the site is CNED, and he still comes away with it. Evova now just trying to buy some time for that rotation to come back in from his teammates. It's certainly fast, it's certainly coming, but they won't be able to deny the plant. And so now Evova holds for the over-aggressive stance from Starkso. Eventually that peak will come around, but Starkso was not meant to win that. Starkso was meant to go down. And now CNED breaks out the window to scare them off a little bit. Cosmic Device used up, and Starkso still comes away with a headshot. He'll get that info just playing with his food. And Starkso with the 3K gets 11 for Acend. Well, CNED has just really lit up the scoreboard over recent rounds. Oh, CNED! Wow. Double kill, takes down 2. Mixwell and Evova had no shot in this round. And now Meadow does everything he can, but it's not going to be enough. His attempts are fleeting, and now Nukia will use that Hunter's Fury almost in desperation. He'll add 1 to his limited tally, and now runs back into the ravenous CNED, but still Nukia will best him. Alarm bot spots his drop down, and he will be peaked. kyedae will close it. 12 rounds now for Acend. He's in a blind spot right now. He's in such a sneaky little position. What a rat. And he's around the backside, and he's found himself 1. Luckily, Zeke will trade it out very, very quickly. And now Acend, 3 versus 4, is this G2's lifeline. Can they stay in this one?
Mixwell needs a better gun unless he's just going to try and run into people at this point.
Oh, Nukia, good one. Zeke able to come back, but Meadow keeping the numbers good for G2. It's now just CNED. And I say just. It's CNED in a clutch. A 1 versus 3. Position known with a 0 point catching him. They start to look towards heaven. They've covered off every access point. So if CNED is to get involved in this round, it would take an absolutely monumental error. They now confirm his position, and Nukia puts the bullet in his brain. It's 12-9. Well, Mixwell, headshot onto CNED. Zeke able to come back, but Mixwell's having a great round here. Great start to the round himself. Hoodie makes sure that he gets at least 1, but Bone Cold butchers him into the ground right after. And kyedae, it is risky, but he's still got his teammate up. Not for long, but able to get the kill in and acts as a distraction that allows kyedae to re-peek out. It's another headshot. Evova versus Bone Cold. Spike going down for Bone Cold. He knows Acend need this map in G2 to keep their 2-0 dream alive. It has to be Evova. He's starting to think about where Bone Cold could be watching, where he could be playing from, and Bone Cold has only 1 sight. It's right on Evova. The headshot to close it. 13-9. Acend do bounce back. They will stay alive.
Zeke strikes first, this time on split.
Wow, well, good start to the round here for Acend. They have the advantage. Not only that, but they have the numbers down here in the B side as well. 1 in B main. That's Bone Cold. Keep eyes on this, because this is exactly what you're going to see over and over again, is that B main control from him. Evova, he's found 1. Zeke is out, traded out 1 for 1, and we're looking at the 3v4. G2 down a player, and the Spike luckily recovered as they begin their walk. They want to go to A. They want to try and get across to this A site. Or do they want to wrap around the back at heaven? That is the call here right now. Mixwell went back up through heaven. There's a player here on the left side. It's Starkso, and he's ready for 1. Look at a strike, gets a second. And now just Meadow left in a 1 versus 4.
A lot of ideas that G2 could run with. The mid-round calls are always exciting, the adaptations they have to make. Now Meadow, 20 HP to his name. Can't really do much other than that. Good response, certainly, over from StarkZo that was expecting maybe that wraparound on Mail. Had a nice little angle to play from and is able to get a couple of kills. Two players on the low ground. Bone Cold going to be watching this cross as they make their way in. The Sage Wall is a bit of a different one, and Bone Cold's able to try and hold on there for the most part. And Avova now in the high ground. Just him and Meadow yet to play. Meadow still heading over towards B.
Oh, Meadow. Oh, he doesn't check the wide angle. Bone Cold caught the timing to cross wide, and that's going to result in a third kill for him. He also picks up the orb. So things looking very good right now for Bone Cold and Avova. Oh, he is into the clutch. The 1v3 needed. Talking point for Lothar was this Omen diff. Well, Bone Cold bests him in the duel this time around.
Potential to pop off when needed.
This is such a cool play. I love this in G2, popping through the cage. It isn't going to work out, but, you know, the idea is that Bone Cold, oh! Ice in his veins, flawless round for Acend. That is so clean up against the low buy. That is real disgusting. Now Zeke, oh my goodness, this is just nerdy. Nerdy stuff from Acend. On the ropes for the one-way wall. There's not much you can do here, G2. And he's going to wrap around. He has been spotted. The pesky player now seen. Meadow can't do much about it. And kyedae, oh, just cleans up the last two. Upgrades his weapon on the way out. Right now, though, G2 still have a chance. And oh my god, Bone Cold wasn't looking the right way. And that's going to be a free kill for Mixwell as he now charges down into the site. CNED has taken Hoodie down. And Zeke under so much pressure. Mixwell just throws a knife right into his chest. Can't get much more than that, though. Nuki and Meadow still into 2v2. 34 seconds left. Yeah, Meadow holding. StarkZo tries to peek him. It will hold him off for now. Nuki now thrust into the clutch. Is this going to be the impact we see out of him? Showstopper misses the kill, so that increases the difficulty of this clutch significantly. Nuki plays on the side. They run into him. The spacing's better. StarkZo comes in with the headshot, and Nuki will go down. He's holding for the heaven play. He reads it, but he can't get the kill. In fact, CNED has to try and recover with his position, but Mixwell and Hoodie together are able to take the kills here for G2, so they'll hold the advantage for now. Neural Theft popped out. Avova now heads in the middle. He looks for Bone Cold's barrel, and he will see it. The Omen diff this round goes G2's way. And now StarkZo and Zeke looking like the first round they will lose here, Acend. G2 finally get themselves in a comfortable position with numbers to their advantage.
Even a buy-up might not be possible if they win the round. Sage Wall is going to put Hoodie into a nice position when it comes to being able to peek out. But StarkZo still making it costly. Finally, G2 get that round, but they lose 3 in the process. Bit of a gap where Nuki is more focused towards defender spawn. Zeke from Elbow is still able to get a lot done. Has a bit of support from kyedae, but takes a lot of damage. The pinch is nice from Meadow. And just as kyedae goes to peek out, Hoodie's on rafters.
Yeah, we'll see now Bone Cold and StarkZo, a 3v4 rather, and player deficit. Spike finally will start to go down. And Bone Cold.
Spike planted.
We'll see if he can get involved in this round. It's been impactful to start this day off, to say the least. He has been great to watch in that respect. Gonna try and get his way out through this smoke, but Mixwell is holding it. It's gonna be difficult to get out of this one alive. G2, take 2. And it's just StarkZo left. Operator begins to back away.
Cost, certainly when you have to think about the fact that Volva's using that paranoia, the only flash that G2 have available. Well, actually, they're playing high contact, the camera is going to protect. And Nuki doesn't know just how much out of the open he is.
Yeah, that is rough. Gets spotted by kyedae. He has the info, but can he deal with it? Oh, Hoodie able to react in time just before CNED brings him down. So at least it's 1 for 1. StarkZo towards heaven. Alongside Zeke now tossing those paint shells down in towards Mail to try and hold them back, and now they're trying to help the side, but Nukia, he's starting to come into action. He's found himself a follow-up headshot, but CNED is having a CNED round. He's found 4 already, and he looks to take down the counterpart on the other side, the star of the show for G2 up against CNED, but CNED is the best on the server. 5 picked up. This time, just 1. Now they look to CNED, who finds himself 1. Nukia angry about losing the 1v1 in the last round, is looking to hunt him down and throws the pinch shells towards him. He will get a little bit of revenge. CNED down and out. And now we have to look to the rest of the forces here for Acend. Neural Theft comes in, so position known, and that allows, well, forces Nukia into the showstopper play and actually gets away with it. So a desperation play that works out for Nukia. And he's going to reposition because of that. Here comes the counterpart of the showstopper. Nuka eats that one. Meadow position, no, but he's done a lot of work, and unfortunately, a lot more work needed, and he won't be able to complete the job. kyedae closes, and now we look to 8 rounds on the board for Acend. A good recovery, and again, just down to 1 player. Oh, here comes the boombot over the top. CNET forced back, and he's going to try and get something done. Mixwell, again, good for 1. This time onto CNET. So that's a big player out of play. That's a lot of investment gone, and nothing picked up for Acend as the kills all ran in for G2. It's a 3-man advantage to start the round, and it's just Bone Cold left. And he would need a bone-shaking clutch, but it's not going to happen. Nuka keeps it clean. In fact, so clean that it's flawless. Charge forward, Mixwell. Front of the pack, front of the charge forward, and Nuka, it's 2 for him. Fantastic start to crack open a hole in the defense. Make it 3, as Nuka just doesn't stop. And when he's on the race, it's almost inevitable he's going to have a good game. And for Acend, they are feeling his wrath. 4 kills as now he pops the showstopper. It's damn close. Zeke, you lucky guy to avoid that. And yeah, Zeke is just sitting here. Nuka is right behind him. It's 5 for Nuka. How many aces are we going to see in this map? CNET creates that space, and now the wall up allows for the cross to the site safely. 3 players down has been spotted in Acend. It is a massacre. They decorate the floor in the blood of G2. And now Meadow swings into the open. Tap is there, and Stark sort of the headshot. And will be the pistol picked up for Acend. And for G2, that's... And Bladestorm popped in the bonus. He's going to try and get them over the line here to keep their economy good, but Mixwell will take him out of the sky. kyedae's
immediate
moves
reset.
Hoodie. Yeah.
A lot of map control. The Sage roll is a bit more problematic, but it can still just teleport over it for the most part. Take these jewels, break it. Even not afraid to give up that information, because a rotate for G2 is now going to come in, going to try and scale it through.
They are trying to force the issue. They're trying to get into the site. Here they go. Charging right in. Bone Cold and Stark, so they clean it up and Acend.
Bova can't even peek onto elbow. Just every sight line, every bit of post-plant positioning is way too good for G2 to handle. They have to save this gun. They can't even do that before CNET shuts them down. 12-4. G2 do not have a lot of money coming into this.
He's going to see the numbers now swinging their way in, but Hoodie has decided it's time to whack out the guillotine. He's taking 2 heads. Luckily, Bone Cold will put an end to his massacres. And now puts it into the 4 versus 3. G2 still hold this advantage on the defense, but Bone Cold looks to thin the herd, cuts down the legs of the defense numbers, and now just 1 left. It's Stark So and Devova showing the Guardian will do exactly that. Guards the B site with clean headshots, and G2, well, they have the life support.
Going through screens to try and pinch him behind.
Yeah, this is a weird split. This is going to be hard for Vova to deal with because they're going to come from 2 sides. He's not ready. Yeah, he's just not looking the right way. And that's really well played from Acend, just a crunch in the site. And now they know when the remaining players are for this retake. G2 is starting to come back in. That neural theft revealing their positions. Nowhere is safe now. Nuka gets caught from Stark, so from the shadows used up, but Meadow and Mixwell into the 2 versus 4. If G2 pull off this retake, I'll eat my phone. This is not looking too likely at all.
Crossfires.
I've got a pretty good big phone, Ryan.
Yeah, post plants. It's very, very unlikely.
At this point, Meadow's going to start coming through. Mixwell's found 1. Mixwell dives down, but gets removed by Zeke, and Meadow falls as well. 13-5 win. Acend will recover. If you're G2 or you take a shot at the king, you best not...